not 3830 either. W9AM.
And good morning, WB9DNZ.
So did everybody like the Super Bowl halftime?
We were just thinking how much you must have loved that.
Well, we were at I was at a party with 3 other couples, and we all kind of, after it was all over, everybody was speechless, and after it was all over, I said, sometimes there's more culture in a cup of yogurt.
And I didn't think the commercials were very good either this year.
No. There was a couple that made me snicker, and that's about it.
Yeah. It was an interesting game, though.
They both were very good teams, you could tell.
Oh, yeah.
The only good news I thought was, that was the only team that the Colts were able to beat all year long with the Super Bowl winners.
Yeah.
I'm going to slip outside.
I don't know if the Packers even played Kansas City. Do they?
Okay, Bob.
Good morning, all. K4UU.
You can't
morning,
be back
Bob.
home already.
Good morning,
I got
Gary.
home last night.
Wow, I thought you'd be gone for a couple more days. Welcome back.
Thank you. Left yesterday morning about 8:30 and got home 5 minutes to 9 last night.
Well, how was the Ham Fest?
Oh, the Ham Fest was, down a little bit, but pretty good. And I did get to meet Larry.
You didn't?
I did.
Oh, you did. Oh, okay, cool. You find that you did something I never did with my old neighbor.
No, he said you have met at a local Ham Fest, but you don't remember it.
Oh, maybe, did I? I don't remember, Gary. I really don't. I know that I never went to his house. He never came to mine.
Yeah, he said you met at a local Ham Fest once.
Oh, maybe we did. I guess. Maybe it was the Indianapolis one if it had been a Ham Fest.
Did you get my pictures?
No, I haven't seen it. Did you send him an email or on the phone?
I sent him a text.
I haven't seen him yet.
Oh, I sent pictures of me and the dog at the beach.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll double check today. They're probably in my phone. I was kind of busy over the weekend.
Sure is good to be home.
I bet.
Good to have you back, Gary.
Good morning, John, Michael. It's really good to be here. I had a real nice trip. I went to visit a friend in Douglasville, Georgia, and wound up missing Atlanta altogether.
Well, you've been doing a lot of traveling lately.
Oh, yeah. It was really nice. I couldn't believe that just by going and visit him, we were able to go completely around Atlanta and miss all that traffic both ways.
Were there any good deals in the flea market down there?
No.
Oh, sad.
Prices were higher than a kite, and most of the stuff that I saw was really junk, and just parts were unavailable. There was lots of other crap. There was jewelry, pottery. There were all kinds of stuff lined up in the flea market other than ham radio.
Wow. Sounds like the ham fest changed a little bit since I was there years ago.
Huge. They had a really good turnout, and there were lots and lots of RVs.
Heck, I didn't even make our local ham fest this past Saturday. Didn't make it.
Chris, how did all your Super Bowl munchies work out for you?
Real good, John. We just had a big platter of nachos, but man, they were excellent.
Those are hard to beat.
I ended up having shish kebabs of barbecued pork and chicken, or beef and chicken. And she also did bacon wrapped scallops. And I ended up taking a lot of those home because not everybody wanted to eat them. And they were delicious.
Well, that game was a game that all Super Bowls should be. That's the way two great teams ought to battle it out.
That's for sure.
They both showed that they deserved to be there.
Absolutely. And, either way, I mean, it was just whoever won, it didn't matter to me. I mean, it was a really, really good game.
There were a couple calls that I thought were kind of on the borderline, but other than that, I think it was very good.
Oh yeah, and that happens. It definitely happens.
Yeah, for something that really could have gone either way in both cases.
Yeah, those were two very, very good teams, though.
So Gary, did you get to watch the Super Bowl or not?
I listened to it all the way home and got to see all the after party, but I got to listen to it all on Sirius Radio.
Oh, okay. Well, you got spared the halftime show. I was fortunate.
Well, the worst part of the whole thing was the singing of America the Beautiful and the Star Spangled Banner. I just wanted to turn it off.
I didn't even turn the game on until about midway through the first quarter, so I missed that.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was just absolutely horrible.
Game started earlier than I thought, and I missed the first part of the first quarter.
So, Gary, are you going to stay put for a while?
Yes, sir, I hope, John. My wife has a trip sometime in the next couple of months. We're going to the Greenbrier in West Virginia.
You're going where?
The Greenbrier at West Virginia.
What's the Greenbrier?
It's a very famous old hotel, and supposedly there's a bunker that in time of a nuclear attack, the president goes there.
I see.
Is that the basement that Biden hides in?
I think so.
W9 AM.
WB9DNZ.
WR6G.
K4UU.
WD9N.
And U9N.
got up to 55 degrees here yesterday.
Nice.
Must have been the same year when I left at about 2 to go up to that Super Bowl party. I got outside and I took off my coat and threw it in the car and didn't have it on at all, even on the way home.
It's actually a really nice day, sunny, and boy, at that temperature, yeah, it was nice out.
Beautiful.
Did you clean up your yard while you were out there, Chris?
Yeah, picked up all the sticks, John. Yeah, boy, there's a lot of them out there.
Yeah, I know. I got my work cut out for me here, too.
I was just kind of looking at everything, and I thought, boy, I've got my work cut out for me in the spring.
Yep. Get out the wheelbarrow. Yeah, I can wait.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Jeff got his amp on the air.
No, he's just about done assembling it, and I guess this week he's going to run a few tests on it there, Gary. But he's really, really close, I guess.
Yeah, I saw there were some pictures, but I haven't. I didn't have a computer. I just had my Kindle, and I could kind of read my email.
Yeah, I guess he went down. I don't know if he went down to Florida or went to visit his mom or someplace over the weekend, so he didn't get anything done this weekend. But I think he's back now and gonna finish it up.
Well, I want to tell you, we had a week in Cocoa Beach prior to the Ham Fest, and then went up Thursday night to Orlando, and spent the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night there. And I'll tell you what, the weather in Florida was wonderful. And I got to see a space launch from the Kennedy Space Center. We could walk down on the beach and actually saw the rocket launch over.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it was really neat. The rocket went up in the air, and there was a full moon, and it looked like the rocket went over the moon, and I saw the booster fall off, and then all of a sudden you heard the sound.
While you were looking up in the air, did you happen to notice any balloons?
No, I didn't. Just some seagulls and pelicans.
I started thinking maybe those balloons are carrying pathogens over our country.
I was wondering.
Watch,
the
you
same
just
thing,
watch. Some of
Michael.
those balloons
You
are going to
never
end up being some ham radio operators putting a repeater in one of those things, because they do that a lot,
Yeah,
There's
that's
one
true.
balloon that's been up there, weather balloon that the Hamps put up that has circumnavigated the Earth 3 times.
Wow. Well, I hope they can recover one of them and figure out what it's all about, or actually all of them, and figure out what it's all about.
Well, how many times have you read about ham operators putting up balloons like that?
Well, I don't know. It was like 8 years ago. A friend of mine and I took a whole bunch of garbage bags, I mean, the whole roll of them, and carefully opened them up and taped them all together. And on a cold, sunny day, we filled it up with hot air. And there was enough solar radiation on it to continue to keep the air warm. in it, and we set that thing up, and we figured it got up to about 5,000 feet, and over Lake Michigan beyond Kenosha when we lost sight of it.
Our radio club here launched a balloon and had a little transmitter in, and it went up about 20,000 feet, and we'd had a little transmitter on it. You could follow it through APRS, and I'll tell you, those things are fascinating. You can go to a website and look them up over.
That's my point. There's been hundreds of those things launched, so I have a feeling some of these will be part of that.
Yeah, they're going to launch one. They had it down there. I didn't get to see it, but they have one. They're going to put an ATV transmitter in over.
Yeah. I don't know, Greg, if the ham payloads take up the size of 3 buses, though.
Well, that one was different, granted, but these last 3, if you notice, were not like that. They were smaller, like the ones we're talking about now.
I remember here about, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years ago, we had some birthday balloons left over here from someone's birthday, and I went out. They were silver, and I went outside and let one go. And it was a nice calm day, and I just wanted to see how far I could see this thing and how long it would take to get out of view. And I'll bet I stood there for an hour watching that thing just get tinier and tinier. I don't know how high it got, but man, that thing went a ways.
Most of these amateur 80 balloons, Sean, go up as high as 40,000 feet.
Yeah, that's up there.
Are they good size? And are they Mylar with a metallic plating on them or something?
No, they're just like a rubberized, and they carry a little transmitter with a solar, and the whole thing weighs grams over.
Okay, yeah, it's tough to keep helium in those things. It's a rubber.
Yeah, that was the problem that we had with ours. It got up and went over Kentucky and was drifting down into Tennessee, and it got a leak, and they're real hard to close up.
Remember the guy that went flying around sitting in a lawn chair?
I was just thinking about that, Chris. Didn't he have a BB gun so he could take out a balloon at a time, and that's how he came down?
Yeah.
My wife came back from one of her flying lessons, Greg, and said she went for a ride in a glider. And I said, there are no gliders around here. And I said, were you sitting in something like a lawn chair? And she said, yes. And she'd actually gone up in a ultralight, and I scolded her most proficiously, and told her that those things weren't really safe.
Why do I feel like the guy in the lawn chair's flight was preceded by the term, "Here, hold my beer"?
Really?
He made it alive, though, but Chris, you remember how high he got?
No, but it was, wasn't it like 10,000 feet? I mean, it was way up there.
Yeah, he got way the hell up there.
Was he carrying any oxygen when you're up at that elevation? A few thousand feet more, up around 15,000, you need oxygen or else you go to sleep.
hypoxia. Yeah, no, I don't think he did, Michael. I honestly don't think he planned on getting up that high.
That would be scary.
Yeah.
So he finally drifted back down to the ground, I take it? Or did somebody have to rescue him, or what?
No, Johnny carried a BB gun with him. And when he wanted to, it was a whole bunch of balloons, individual balloons. And when he wanted to descend, he'd just shoot them out one at a time, until he started descending at a nice slow rate.
Man. That's pretty gutsy.
Yeah.
Really.
Or just plain stupid.
There's a fine line between those two.
Yeah.
Maybe he just wanted to die.
Wow, that was in 1982.
How far did he travel distance-wise?
Wow, he went up to 16,000 feet. And see, he drifted from San Pedro, California. He entered the airspace of Long Beach Airport. And during the landing, he became entangled in power lines.
Ooh.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I wonder at what point he was considering whether he should have used an aluminum lawn chair or a plastic one.
He did survive, though, right?
Yeah, it says he was able to climb down safely.
He must have had oxygen with him at 16,000 feet. It'd been kind of hard to stay awake at that level.
Yeah, no kidding. He used 45 8-foot weather balloons.
Holy mackerel.
It says he did put on a parachute.
Oh, he had a backup plan.
Yeah, but those only work after you get so high.
Yeah, he took a pellet gun, a CB radio, sandwiches, beer, and a camera.
What brand of beer?
It didn't say.
God, you knew there had to be beer involved.
I figured maybe the brewery sponsored it or something.
Did it say how long he was up in the air?
Yeah, I'm still reading here. I haven't found that yet.
Greg, did you get your drywall?
I did some drywalling over the weekend. I did some, yes.
45
Oh, you
minutes,
got it
Greg.
home?
45 minutes. Wow. What was that, Gary?
I said you got it home. How many sheets did you buy?
On this first round, I bought 32 sheets, Gary. That was about 1,500 pounds of drywall.
And one piece of drywall tape.
One piece is, I think, 44 pounds. That's the lightweight drywall at 44 pounds. I don't know. They seem heavy to me.
Says he accidentally dropped the pellet gun.
Oh, I hate it when that happens. That was an poop moment.
Yeah, so he had shot enough of them, I guess, to start the descent, but it was very slow.
You know, seeing as how that was part of his crucial flight control system, I'd have thought he might have tethered that.
Yeah, you think?
Oh, wait a minute, there's beer involved. Why would you expect him to do that?
Yeah, he probably didn't drop any beer.
Says the power line broke, causing a 20-minute blackout.
Yeah, and Gary, I got 32 of them home, and I think about 12 of them are installed.
Real good start.
Well, it's going to take the total project. I think it's going to take around 44 sheets, to be honest with you.
Gosh, he only got a $1,500 fine for that.
He'll make it up in royalties.
It says, had he have had a pilot's license, they could have waived that.
Do you have to have a pilot's license for a hot air balloon? I suppose you do.
I don't know.
Well, I guess that would be a manned aircraft.
License. Yeah, it's hard to get. On my local TV, I just saw some of the halftime highlights when I was in St. Martin and went on a little bus tour around the island. They showed a Rihanna Street, and that was where she had lived over. I didn't even know who she was.
Jeez, yeah, that guy eventually committed suicide.
Oh, the guy did?
Yeah, age 44.
And he commits suicide.
Yeah, 1993, shot himself in the heart.
What the hell? If you're going to commit suicide, shoot yourself in the head, not the heart. You know, you don't die instantly when you do that.
Oh, my God.
I was thinking that too.
There's less mess to clean up that way.
Yeah, he was a French fry short of a Happy Meal, I take it.
Yeah, I think so.
I haven't been paying close attention here. I'm just going through the news. Good morning, Chris. I forgot to say that.
Good morning, Michael. Yeah, I sent you a good morning greet. I may have doubled with you, though.
Oh, okay.
Greg, I talked to my friend from ICOM, and he told me that the DSP board is the weak link.
Yeah, and they're not available. I found out more that the ICOM cut off the parts in the 7800. It's obsolete.
So
That
you
board's
can't
not
get
even
the cable you
obtainable from them.
need? You're unable to get the cable that you need?
Whoops, there was a carrier in with you. I don't know what that was. What was that, Chris?
So that means you're unable to get the cable that you need?
Well, they never shipped those cables. That order died, but I don't know if that is the cable I'm going to need anyway, Chris. That was just kind of a hunch, but I've come to the conclusion the DSB board is definitely, I'm pretty sure, bad, but ICOM doesn't make that available anymore, and there might be a guy somewhere in the country that repairs them, but the guy that told me that didn't know who that was, and I didn't see anything on the internet, so I don't know.
I wonder what the market would be for those cables if somebody could design a new one and go out for 500 pieces of each, if he'd be able to sell them and cover the cost.
I doubt it, Mike, that was not what we'd say a very popular radio where they sold a lot of them because they cost so much. So it's probably one of the lowest population of radios out there.
And there isn't any carefully scraping and patching in wires on the old one to get it usable again.
That's why I think you see so many people selling those 7800s as donor machines at $1,000 nowadays.
Yeah, I bet.
Makes for one heck of a nice shortwave receiver, though.
There you go.
I think I was pairing up, getting my DX60 and the VFO back online, use it as a transmitter and use that as a receiver and just set up a novice station. What do you think, Mike?
When you're taking care of business.
I doubled. Sorry.
It's all right. You could turn it into a couch radio or set it up in the bathroom for when you're doing your business.
Well, I was thinking of repairing my old DX60 and HG10 VFO and use that as a CW transmitter, then use that as the receiver and create a novice station of old and new.
There you go.
Gentlemen, I've got to take off and go to run some errands this morning. Been nice chatting with you. You all have a great day. WD9N.
See you, David.
Catch you later, Dave.
See you,
Have a
David.
good day, Dave.
And you, 9M.
W9AM. Good morning.
K4UU.